So for this project, I got to thinking, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, Facebook really used to be the thing when I was younger. I remember like always like wanting to be on Facebook and not being old enough. So then I got to think, and I was like, why is Facebook not relevant in my time, like in my generation? Because as you can see, not a lot of kids, not a lot of teens my age would say that Facebook is their #1 social media that they use all the time. In fact, probably not in the top 3. So I did some digging and I found out why. Okay, 1, there's not enough relevant Facebook influencers to keep it going. 2, there's no viral dances or anything to make it popular. And 3, parents are always on Facebook. So, I mean, a lot of people my age are going to post things probably their parents wouldn't want to see. So then, I was like, why not do a survey? Let's go. Okay, so I'm here with
Bryce Anderson.
All right, Bryce Anderson. If I were to ask you what are the top 3 social media platforms you use the most, what would you say?
Snapchat, Instagram, and MySpace.
All right, so why not Facebook?
Facebook's outdated.
Okay, so what would Facebook have to do for this generation to like get back on it and start using it?
Probably more big name people to promote it.
So bigger influencers.
Right.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm here with.
Brandon Blankenship.
All right, Brandon Blankenship. If I were to ask you what are the top 3 social media platforms you use the most, what would they be?
I would have to say Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok.
All right, so why not Facebook?
Well, really, Facebook is kind of outdated, and really, I think they've kind of lost touch with the community and stuff like that. I feel like they've lost their trust and stuff like that with some of their previous history and stuff like that over the past couple of years.
Okay, so what would it take for Facebook to make it like more relevant with like kids our age?
Well, I feel like they would have to gain the trust of the community back, especially with the security and stuff like that. I also feel like they would have to kind of modernize their like the way people our age post nowadays and stuff like that, instead of having just like the typed out what they call it like in the moment kind of thing. I feel like they kind of need to take that away, sort of. I also feel like especially like people our age and stuff, they did acquire Instagram, and I kind of feel like that's their way of kind of leaning towards more of our audience nowadays, is their acquisition of Instagram. But for Facebook itself, I do feel like they would have to modernize their platform, kind of make it more geared towards our generation, instead of having our generation with the stories and stuff like that, but then also keeping the older version of Facebook and stuff like that, because I feel like that's kind of outdated nowadays. No one really posts their status much anymore unless they're trying to start some drama or whatnot.
So I am here with
Mia.
If I were to ask you what are your most used social media platforms, what would you tell me?
I would say TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram.
All right, so why not Facebook?
I don't have Facebook. Probably because when I think of Facebook, I think of like older people use it, so it's kind of outdated.
Okay, so in your opinion, what would Facebook have to do to make it more relevant between the younger kids of this generation?
Probably at TikTok.
At TikToks on Facebook?
Is there TikToks on Facebook already?
No.
Okay.
So, do you think Facebook would have to have like more of like a
trendy style?
A trendy style, so more of like I guess like. Okay, so here's my question. What about, we all know who Charli D'Amelio is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Charli.
So would you think they'd have to get like more people to promote Facebook, like more younger kids? Like
Yeah,
younger
probably.
generation? So do you think like if Charli D'Amelio were to come on and be like, hey, I'm Charli D'Amelio, I'm on Facebook, do you think more people would join Facebook?
Probably, yes.
Interesting. Okay. All right, so I'm here with
Kale.
All right, Kel. And if I were to ask you what are the most social media platforms you use today, what would they be?
Snapchat, TikTok.
Okay, why Facebook?
Well, Facebook has a lot of funny memes and like a lot of my family members are on this, so that's why. TikTok, because I have like 40K like, followers, so I just be like in the post on there, and it's like somewhere I could just be myself. And Snapchat, I just like to record myself because I am very like videogenic, not photogenic. I'm not taking pictures, but I like recording myself and stuff like that.
Okay, so I did research a couple days ago, and from 18 to 25, Facebook is decreasing. The ages ranging in that age. Why do you think Facebook is decreasing? And
You said the age?
Mhm. So like with this generation, a lot of people from this generation don't use Facebook. It's actually at 3% as of 2020 of last year. So why do you think that is?
I don't know. Facebook wasn't as exciting. It's not as exciting now as it was like when you were younger. You know, most of the people that's probably on there now are younger kids that are just now starting to get a Facebook because they probably just want to be grown and stuff. So I feel like that's probably a reason why. And also, Facebook ain't really as popular as it used to be. Facebook used to be something for like drama. Now it's not really that no more because we're all grown. So, and then like a lot of us are busy around this age group. You know, I'm in college, so I barely be on there, but I do be on there. But like, I probably feel like that's another reason why too.
Thank you.